What is up, you guys? This is For the Femmes, and we have a very special episode today. We are in the hot seat with Miss Niki Demar, all the way out in LA, looking so cute with a little pink background. Perfect for the Femmes.
Thank you.
I love it.
Yes.
I love it.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. I'm definitely very excited. This is my first queer podcast.
Oh my gosh, we're so honored.
We're popping your queer podcast cherry. I love it.
Yes, you are.
Oh my god, this is amazing. Yay.
No, we are so excited to have you. We see you everywhere. So we want to just kind of like show our audience a new side of you and just get them to know a little bit more about you, about your life, your background. So should we just get into it? Should we dive right in?
Yeah, let's get into it. Yeah, there's definitely like a lot of changes that I've went through the last couple years, and I feel like the last time I did anything like this was when I had my old life. So I feel like you guys are getting like the tea.
Oh my god, amazing.
I'm so excited. Stop it. When did you come out? Where are you from? Let's give the background of yourself.
Yeah, the rundown, everything.
Okay, well, I'm from Pennsylvania, and my address is like technically Pennsylvania, but it's like on the border of Jersey. So I do very much identify as a Jersey girl. My family's all from Jersey, like Italian, Cuban. What are you from Jersey?
I'm a Jersey girl, Italian, Norwegian. I'm like, I knew I was going to like you right away.
Yeah.
I'm from New York, but I am also Italian, Irish, but
Love
I feel
that.
like not the Jersey girl, but yes.
Love that though. Like we all are like East Coast. Yeah.
The best
so yeah, I
coast.
definitely have like an East Coast personality where like I talk a lot. I'm very like friendly. I like to be friends with everybody and I can't shut up. And, but with all that being said, I was, raised in a very traditional, conservative, Catholic environment. I went to Catholic school up through high school, like literally elementary school, middle school, high school, Catholic.
Do you think that impacted you in coming out?
Oh yeah. Like outside of being Catholic, I was always super spiritual. Even though I didn't really like going to mass or understand mass, I did always feel like there was a higher power. And I didn't realize until recently that like there is obviously so many religions, and the one thing that they have in common is there is this greater thing outside of us, and there's fate and there is alignment. But at the time I thought, there's God, and this is how he wants me to live, and I want to be seen as good in his eyes. And I really did feel like there was someone watching my every move, so I felt like very anxious to go against what we were taught. So that definitely had like a chokehold on me. I literally didn't even watch porn. I was so scared I was gonna get punished. Like I was, yeah.
It's a lot of fear that we're like fed around religion and stuff. It's terrible. I think every single guest we have on who talks about, a religious background, that's the first thing they say is how it impacted them and coming out. And just sad because God is about love and good. I know. And if you're not hurting anyone, who cares?
Yeah. But yeah, that was like definitely like not fun because I felt like when I was doing the right thing or felt like I was being a good person, I also felt sad because I was like not being myself. Yeah. So that was definitely a layer as to why I came out later in life. You guys asked when I came out. I was hooking up with girls, like making out with girls. It wasn't like anything intimate yet, but I was exploring it like all of my 20s, but I didn't come out until the pandemic when I was 25. So I was like a late bloomer with that. But my fans said the closet was glass.
Came out during the pandemic because you had time to really sit with yourself and really just get to know yourself and think about the trajectory of your life, if you're really happy or not, or if you want to make a change.
100%.
100%. It was giving the end of the world, right? Like we didn't know what was going to happen next. And I think my biggest regret was not being out and not living my truth. And I think it pushed me to be honest,
No, 100%.
You started Oh, go ahead.
No, you go, Faith, and you go.
I was just gonna say, you started doing social media young with your sister, which I like grew up watching you guys. This is so crazy to have you on, and you're gay. Like, love it. Was that hard? You know, like you guys had a very like, I don't know, what do you call it? It was like that perfect, like the halls, the makeup, this, that, and then all of a sudden, years later, you come out, but how did that work? Like, how did you handle making this transition? I'm sure there was so much pressure between having your twin and then fans and stuff.
I just knew that the people that were going to be the most accepting were going to be my fans. I think the thing I was worried about was my family and team members, because at the time we were like racking in those brand deals, like back to school season, like you know, Target, Hello Kitty, like all like the kid friendly cookie cutter clean cut brand deals, and we were repped by like the biggest agency, WME, like and obviously, like, you know, I feel like I eased into it. Basically, I didn't realize that I had this duality to me until like 2016. But then, so like the first stage was dyeing my hair blue. And then like stage 2 was like wearing jeans and bomber jackets, no dresses. And I was just playing with it. And then I think phase 3 was lockdown. I was like, okay, we're just going to come out. So it was like 3 phases, because I was like inching my way. But the craziest thing was I did start dating someone, like a guy, right where I feel like I was about to come out in 2016, but then I fell in love with a guy. So I felt like I shouldn't, because I was worried what him and his family would think. But I wasn't worried what my fans would think. I knew that they would love me no matter what, which is awesome. But I went back in the closet. Like I was outwardly exploring my sexuality. Then I fell for him. Then I went back in. And then I came out when I was in a full-on hetero relationship. So like that was crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
How, if you might me ask, how did he take that? Like, was he shocked by it, or? So
supportive, and that I'll never forget that. He hugged me and he said, "I always knew." So like green flag. Yeah, and but the thing is I knew that if I didn't ever have that experience or lived, you know, my truth, that no matter how much I cared about this person, it wasn't going to end well, and there was no longevity, unfortunately.
Yeah, and that happens. That's life. I mean, you know how many relationships we go through, and I think we're meant to just like learn something from them, or even just experience this person for this period of time, you know? And
of course,
thank God you had that. It almost, I imagine, probably made you feel so normal, because you're like, I have a partner who loves me. Like, this is like the most like safe it's gonna get, you know, if you're in a straight relationship and you're coming out.
Yeah. I do feel like, though, I wouldn't have identified as femme, though, specifically in that relationship. And this is such like an interesting evolution, but like obviously background's pink. I'm like blowing out my hair every day. Like, I definitely feel in my femininity lately. And I think that really is because I feel like I do not need to prove myself and my queerness anymore. And I think when I was dating a man, I think without realizing it, I think I literally had to wear the pants to feel like I wasn't so hetero.
I think that's really something big, what you kind of fitting into this queerness, especially like, I think me and Faithin have talked about this a lot, especially in the beginning of us coming out. Being femme, I feel like I didn't fit in. So like I would try to almost like dress a little bit more quote unquote gay, or do things a little bit more quote unquote gay. And like, it's not me. And that's why we always said we made this podcast. And like us growing up, we didn't have any femmes that were just like, I'm gay, I like girls, I'm bi, I like girls and guys, but I also can like dress super girly. I don't need to fit this stereotypical what a queer girl looks like. I think that's just so big, but in the beginning, it is so hard to find that, like, and find that confidence. Cause like I still, to this day, even sometimes I do get I feel a little, maybe not awkward, but I guess awkward's a word, in like queer settings sometimes, or like queer
like
events.
Everyone's gonna think you're straight, or something.
Everyone's gonna think I'm straight, or like I just don't really always feel like I fit in. So like that's why like we just try to normalize so much. Like being femme is fine and normal, but in the beginning it was really hard, I would say.
It is. And also like it's hard to clock who's also another femme and who's just hetero. And not that it matters and not that sexuality should like be a make or break as to why someone's in your circle, but I do feel like there's just a different level of understanding when you are a femme to another femme, like the way that we came into this and the way that we're always misperceived as straight and the way that guys still will continue to hit on us and see our queerness as not valid and just a phase and still proceed to hit on us. And it's like, it's a whole different ballpark.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm. Always sexualized, always, you know, if you're dating a guy, it's gonna be all these threesomes and like, it's always like this. Like, it's hard. We do have our own struggles. And I feel like people like kind of like sometimes like surpass that because it's just not like maybe the same struggles as other queer people, which is, I mean, I'm not saying one's worse than the other. It's just we all have our own struggles in different ways.
Yeah. Even like when I was single, I feel like specifically with style, it was really hard for me because I was like, I feel like when I was single, I had to kind of be more in my masculine energy, especially with dating. And now that I'm in a relationship, I feel like so comfortable being fully femme. And I like look back at my style, I'm like, what was I wearing? Like, just be you. Like, oh my God, just fucking be you. It's okay to be feminine and embrace all of that. Like, that doesn't make you less gay. And like, I'm still learning that. And I've been out most of my life. This type of rewiring and relearning is always going to be something that, at least for me, I'm working on until there's more femmes in the world.
Dude, same. I do feel like it is a constant, like, even to this day, I obviously am dressing how I'm dressing because it's the way I express myself. But sometimes I look at, like, chapters where I leaned a little bit more masculine and I'm like, oh, I miss her. Like, and I think it's definitely, like, you know, it's confusing sometimes, even now. Like, just the other day, I was on FaceTime with my friend talking about it, like this exact topic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, too, it's like we're always evolving as humans in general. Like our style changes, but for some reason, we constantly want to put ourselves in a box and like put these parameters. And then it just messes us up more because then we're not actually being ourselves.
No, 100%.
So crazy.
And I think it's also good to mention, like, being femme also doesn't mean that you need to wear like dresses and always have your makeup done and hair done. Like, trust me, there's times where I go out with like baggy boy ass clothes. Like, it's all about like you said, everyone changes, everyone's evolves, everyone, you know, style changes, and it doesn't matter. Like, you don't, like Faithlin says, you don't need to put yourself in a box, and it's so important to remember that. It's also 2025. Wait, oh my God, it's only 2026. I almost said 2020. Wait.
This is so scary.
2015.
I did, and then I was like, oh wait, I did. It's almost 2026. Like,
I don't know how I feel.
what the fuck? I know, it kind of freaks me out. I'm like, we're not
It's
about
going
it.
by so quickly.
So quick.
But let's circle back. I would love to hear the first date you went on with a woman, story time, or first girlfriend, something like that.
Okay. So here's the thing. I was in such a non-queer environment. There were situations that were so gay and I didn't even know until now looking back. My first girlfriend is my girlfriend right now.
Oh,
so
my gosh,
yeah.
congratulations.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Thank
Love.
you.
Amazing.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, we're going on 4 years, which is so crazy.
Oh my god!
I know. I'm wiped up.
That's
That
so
is wiped up.
exciting.
I definitely am. But before her, I always had friends. No, like literally, I'm not even kidding. Growing up, like I would have a single best friend, and we would act like we were dating, minus like intimacy. Like it was like the birthdays, like I was boyfriend. Like I would write these extravagant cards, all our inside jokes, get the nicest gifts for them, one-on-one, go to the movies, one-on-one, like go to the mall, like sometimes kiss and act like it didn't happen. Like,
Oh my god!
like
You are boyfriend.
no, like definitely. Yeah. And then when my friends would like, I don't know, like none of them really came out. One of my best friends from 8th grade is gay. So like confirmation, like it just, like my best friend, we're still like, even though we don't live near each other, we're still in touch, but it's just major confirmation that it wasn't just on my end. But looking back, I think like I mean, in middle school, me and Gabby, my twin, she's queer as well. We're both pansexual.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. And we would like, I don't know, just like, I wouldn't date girls. I would date guys, but I would kiss my best friends and she would be the same way. I just don't understand.
I feel like we did that. I feel like girls were always kissing girls, you know?
Yeah. I guess like what I
Doesn't
can think
matter
of
how
is like
old you are, unfortunately.
practicing kissing with our friends in like 7th grade. Like, you know what I mean? Like, let's practice.
We all did it.
You're bringing back so many
I know
buried memories now. I'm like, oh my God, remember
And you know
playing
what's
house?
so crazy? I would date guys, middle school and high school. I would chase them and enjoy the like limerence of it. And then when they finally liked me back, I was like, I rebuked it. I rebuked. Like I remember being at a school dance and it was homecoming, and every time the slow songs would come on, I would run to the bathroom so my date wouldn't find me.
Oh my God.
And like, I do not want to slow dance with a man right now.
No, like I rebuked it. Like even going to like a Halloween corn maze in like high school, I had a boyfriend, but
PA going to Halloween
corn maze. I just remember, like, of course, in a haunted maze, he's gonna want to put his arm around me, and I just was like shaking the whole time. Like I clearly didn't want it, but
yeah. So, how did you and your girlfriend meet?
Yeah.
Oh my God, songwriting session.
Oh my gosh! Wait, that's so amazing.
Wait, that's like a movie. That's like how it starts. Like,
I mean,
okay.
Sometimes that happens. Like, you are so vulnerable and so. I mean, being creative with somebody is such an intimate thing. My friends and I talk about that all the time. And so, I mean, it happens.
It's honestly, and you know, the craziest part is like 9 months before we met in person, we met on Zoom to write a song about my ex, like a love song.
Mm-hmm.
And it's one of my favorite songs. Like, it's saying I'd leave the city for you. Like, I would basically stay in like Pennsylvania and give up on my dreams for you, you know, like really deep, which is now looking back, I'm like, why would I ever say that about, like, you should never give up on your dreams. But
you know what?
Yeah.
I like, it's cool to reflect back on music because you can think about the time of your life and where you were at. And like, you can see how you evolve. And now you're writing music with your partner. So there you go.
Living my dreams now. Like, you can have love and live your dreams. Like, it doesn't have to be
and your dreams
one or the other
too.
Yeah.
Like, I think
absolutely.
again with that, like, okay, we have to put ourselves in a box and everything we say has to go. Like, your dreams could change.
And like, thanks for saying that, because as you know, I've been on the internet for a very long time and I am a constantly evolving individual. And I do feel like there are those parasocial relationships that have been created like in 2015, where I do have some like longtime viewers who are kind of like judging my decisions and how I'm choosing to live my life at 30 years old. And the fact that I'm continuing to be a renter and I sold my house, the fact that I moved to LA, even though I lived here 10 years ago and moved back home, the fact that I am living an outwardly queer lifestyle and I have no problem sharing it or talking about it. Obviously, like, there's people that have followed me all this way and they don't like the evolution. They almost wish that I was back in Pennsylvania filming videos with my sister, living a heteronormative lifestyle, because then I'm relatable to them, you know?
Of course.
It's a lot of pressure.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
A lot of pressure.
I mean, I think it's also, you have to give yourself grace. Like, you have openly shared so much about your life growing up. Like, I couldn't imagine if I shared my life from 10 years ago to who I am now. People would be like, you are a different person. And I feel like, do that because it's what you love and you love your fans, but also like it opens yourself up to so much criticism. Faithlin knows I can't say words correctly, but criticism. And like, how do you handle that?
Well, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'm literally just human. You know, I do feel like when I was younger, I like look back at my older videos and maybe it's because the internet was a safer place 10 years ago, but I was so myself. I was so vulnerable. Any low, I showed it. I didn't wear makeup. I'd whip out my G7X, just like filming in my parents' bedroom, like, hey, I'm depressed today. Like, it was so candid. It did feel like a safe space. And I do feel like people were more forgiving. And I do feel like nowadays you are scared to say the wrong thing. Being perceived is a lot scarier. And I do feel like the hate is a lot more now than it ever has been. You know, with certain social media platforms that actually promote hate. And I just think it's like being a public figure nowadays is just a lot different. And I was just saying this I was catching up with an old manager yesterday. And I said, like, I don't know if I was 18 years old now, if I would pursue being an influencer, because I would either be too intimidated to start or I would have burnt out. Either from the hate or the demand. It's just so different. And that is why I'm gearing towards doing my series, Get Real, because I've always wanted to be authentic on the internet in a way where I feel safe to do it.
Yeah.
And I think talking with other people on my channel makes me feel safe, and I want it to make them feel safe. I do think that I did start my series as a way to do the internet in a way that I'm comfortable with now, because it did change. And I think I had to grieve that it changed. And now I've accepted it. It's changed. So I'm going to change with it in a way that I'm comfortable.
Yeah.
I love that.
I think too, like, you know, the social media world is so different. I had this conversation like 2 days ago with our friends, and a lot of kids now were growing up being like, I want to be a content creator. I want to be an influencer. And I'm like, once in a while, when I try to film a short form version of a day in my life, it is the hardest thing ever to remember to film, to put it in a certain place. And I'm just like, that is your whole life. Like, I think people really glamorize, you know, the life that you have online and the gifts that you get and the brand trips you can go on. But I'm like, you're working 24/7. And also, if you have a partner who isn't into that, that's a lot.
Oh,
it almost shut off. And
it
people
won't
are
work.
so hard on you guys.
Yeah. If you're an influencer and you have like a busy partner who works a normal job, like, being an influencer is so demanding. Like, it wouldn't work. I don't see how it would work. And I feel like the only reason it has worked with my current partner is because they're also in the, you know, industry of maybe not influencing, but, you know,
creative.
I edit videos. My partner edits music. Like, she's a producer. So like, we understand what it's like to work on our own clock, to hustle, to work from home. We also make our own hours. So if I have a fun trip, she has no problem coming with, because she can make music from her laptop.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, I'm really blessed, but I can only imagine. I mean, I did somewhat have a partner, like my very first boyfriend, not my last boyfriend, but my very first boyfriend did have a normal job, and it was oil and vinegar. It did not work, you know?
Yeah.
It's tough. Your partner's got to be on board with you.
And they have to be understanding. Like, and also, I feel like once you decide to bring your partner, like, that you're dating, and they want to know more about your relationship and more about them, and like, they have to be comfortable with that too. And like, that's kind of hard to mix that. And it's also, you want to keep something sacred and for yourself.
Yes.
Like, I always think it's such a hard line. Like, what do you show that you want to be open with your viewers, but also still keep things for you too? Because it's your own relationship, and you want that special times and those special moments.
100%. I think it's funny because on the internet, everything looks so nice when it's all filmed and all posted, and you almost get jealous of other people. You're like, wait, like, their life looks so good. But when you like take yourself out of it, especially me, since I am a content creator, I know how stressful it is to whip out the camera in a nice moment and then like film content, edit it, and post it. That has interfered with my relationship, and we now have boundaries. And it has, like, now I feel like we are just so much more connected. I feel like that stuff really could get in the way of a relationship.
You chose to have your relationships public even before the one that you're in now. What were like the pros and cons? And like, going into this new relationship, what made you want to like still be pretty public with it?
That's a really good question. So I feel like it's just the evolution because of how much I share my life. At first, my ex was private for like 9 months, and then we ended up going public because I started getting all these like reality show opportunities with Awesomeness TV, and of course, like I love anything in that realm. So I'm like, you know what, we're eventually going to have to go public. People are going to figure it out. Like at some point, as a content creator who loves to share her life, like I do love to do it. Like I love being unfiltered and sharing it all. I feel like at some point, like I think in the beginning, it's really nice to really connect and know that that person is genuine and not in it for the clout. And it's also nice to have those private special moments. And it's really cute to like keep it a secret. It feels really romantic, but eventually it starts to become a slight burden because I'm the type of person where when I'm having really amazing memories, that's when I feel the most inclined to film. I do feel like my videos aren't, even though it is a business and a brand, it doesn't feel like it to me. It feels like I'm genuinely making video diaries to look back on. And it is the way I enjoy like a vacation. So before I was an influencer, I would have photo shoots with my friends on the beach. I would creative direct which bikinis we're all wearing. And I would make it look like a magazine spread. And I would make music videos with my girlfriends on the beach. And we wouldn't post it anywhere. So I've been doing this since before all of this was a thing. So I know that it's authentic. I'm not putting these people on the internet for any other wrong reason. It's just that it is literally my love language. Yeah. But with all that being said, as amazing as it is to do that for literally a living, like that's something I naturally did without having a presence. I do feel like it obviously has the cons, and obviously like she didn't like feeling like a secret, but I had to do what I had to do. And in that moment, I just remember telling myself, like, I understand how hard that must be for her because triggering, I feel like when she started dating girls, they were keeping her a secret because it's scary, but I'm so glad she waited it out with me till I was ready to go public about it. And I feel like it really did make us stronger. But with all that being said, I do look back at when we were a secret and I miss it sometimes. And obviously once you go public, you can't take it back. But I am learning boundaries with the internet. I am like a former oversharer. And I think that's how I cultivated most of my audience. And I do think they look for the details on my life. They like to perceive my life. They like to feel a part of it and they like to judge it. And I do feel like that's obviously weighed on us a little bit. And but I do feel like this year in 2025, we started really having boundaries with the internet. So I think when it makes sense to put her in content, I put her in. But if it doesn't make sense, I'm not just going to have her in my content because it's going to do well. So I definitely feel like I'm in a healthier spot with it now.
Did you get any backlash from having a relationship with a man and then, eventually over time making your relationship public with a woman?
I definitely saw a very different response. The first response I saw was the Christians, the people saying, come back to him with a capital H. He misses you. Like, yeah, he misses you. Like, it's not too late. Like, all that. Like, it's not too late to, like, fix your life and like, what is the phrasing? It's like something about sins. I don't know. It's like I'm living a sinful life. Like that was like a lot of the comments I was getting. I had no idea how many Christians I have following me. I'll say that. So like those are the insane. First. And then the second batch of comments were from fans that were giving these like paragraphs saying, listen, I've loved you for so long. I just can't support this, which was, I don't know. And then I was getting fans that were trying to say like these backhanded comments where they were like, I'm not homophobic, but, and it's like, but then the comment would be homophobic. And it's like,
the butt kills me. Like,
but I'm not, I'm not homophobic, but I liked her better when she was with a man. I'm not homophobic, but this is definitely just like a phase. It's like,
oh my God.
It's like, girl, you are homophobic. It's okay.
I know.
But I think a lot of people that are homophobic don't realize how ingrained homophobia is. I do think there's a level of ignorance. And I'm not going to lie, I was raised in a conservative environment. And now looking back, like, even though I'm queer, there were times where obviously when I wasn't aware of my queerness and I was in denial with it, there were thoughts that I had that were very similar. And it's just really passed down. And I do think people have to make an effort to unlearn it. They really do, especially if they're not around that kind of environment.
Yeah. Do you have any advice for somebody who's an influencer or somebody has a similar, I guess, platform you would call it that you have if they want to come out, but they're honestly just too scared because they've built up more of a straight kind of community over time, and they think if they really are truly themselves and they share that maybe they'll lose everyone or they'll get the hateful comments that you got. What would you say to them?
I would say that it's ripping a slow Band-Aid off is a lot harder. I think I had to learn that the hard way. Like I told you guys, I eased into coming out, and I think it confused a lot of people in my life because I think I was trying to string out the straight perception people had of me because I was scared of not being accepted, and it made it harder almost for me. I almost wish I did come out sooner. I ended up hurting people because of it. When you're keeping a secret, like the longer you keep it, your life the more you live a lie, the messier your life gets. And like I got myself in a puzzle, you know, like, and undoing it was harder than actually coming out. Like I think coming out was actually easier. I think the repercussions of hurting people really was a wake-up call, and it made me never want to be inauthentic ever again, because I mean it didn't have to be that messy and it didn't have to be that hard. And if people are gonna stop associating with you because of who you are, it's so generic, but they genuinely are not supposed to be in your life and you don't want to be around them anyway. Obviously,
even if they're followers.
Yes. And obviously rejection hurts. I remember when I started getting all those comments from people saying we were longtime fans and we have to unfollow, we do not support this anymore. Obviously rejection hurts, and it made me get defensive, or I'd comment back with defensiveness, or I would cry or get hung up on it. And it's like rejection sucks no matter what, but I think what's worse is withholding it and not being authentic to yourself. And honestly, like if people are watching that are in the closet, I just want to say, like, when you get to the other side, even though it's very hard coming out, when you do get to the other side and you look at your life and you feel that peace and you feel that happiness and you are surrounded by people that accept you, the happiness is unmatched. So that should be the driving force to go through the storm. And I wish I could tell my past self, like, it's going to be so good. Just like tough it out, you know?
Yeah.
Thanks for saying that.
I know that was like
there's
so
somebody
beautiful.
who needed to hear that. And we talk about that all the time, how like coming out is the best thing. You just feel so light and free.
Yeah. You have a glow up after you come out.
100%. Speaking of glow ups, okay, what is like your favorite thing about being a femme?
I like that I can like just be that Bratz doll I always wanted to be.
You know, you do give me Bratz doll. I was thinking that, like, I don't know, even with like I see like the cheetah in the back in the mirror and like the glass. I'm like, you're so giving Bratz.
I love it. I wasn't allowed to play with Bratz dolls when I was a little girl.
I get it, but like also they were so much better than Barbies.
They were so hot and like
them
sexier. I'm like with their like lips and everything. I'm like, oh my God, I'm obsessed.
And their waist,
definitely gay.
So like I wasn't allowed to play with them, but I loved dolls. Baby dolls were my favorite.
Aww.
Baby Alive.
My twin loved baby dolls. I was like the Bratz dolls.
That's like Shay.
Yeah.
Bratz doll. I'm like, I want a baby doll.
You know, baby doll. I like the Bratz dolls. It's very fitting for us.
I feel like I got girlier in my gay relationship, which it was very surprising to me because like now looking back, like I got really like masculine in my straight relationships, especially during the Niki and Gabby days. But before the Niki and Gabby days, like I was so girly. Like I was that limited to justice girl. I like loved anything colorful, sparkly, pink, whatever. And now looking back, like even my genre of music that I like, I really did have this hyper femininity about me that like I put away when I was trying to get male validation, because I thought there was such thing as being too girly for a guy to like, you know?
Interesting. Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel
I felt that when I was a kid.
Yeah, because you want to be like one of the boys, like that cool, like not like the
cool
other girl.
She's so chill.
Like I was wearing boy clothes, not even because I was gay, because it was like I wanted to just like fit in. But weirdly, now I feel more that I fit in.
Isn't it crazy?
It's I don't know if that even made sense, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, like when you wear like the boyfriend's hoodie, like
you
know. But I feel like now it's so crazy. I don't have answers as to why this happened, but I really did. I feel like I picked up where I left off pre-YouTube fame, where I'm just dressing up for fun and I'm picking my vibe. Like when I wake up in the morning, I'm like, how do I want to present? And I guess I do look up to artists like Halsey and Demi Lovato and like the shapeshifters that have different eras and play with their queerness. And I just feel like I have been in a very feminine arc, but I do foresee tapping back to the other side of me. And
she's making music for the femmes.
Yeah.
Is this what I'm hearing?
Oh yeah, 2 folders of music. I have my like pop punky vibe, which I will always be doing that. I love it. But I have this like synth pop, gay club pop that like is just sitting in a folder, and we're just waiting for her era. I don't think people realize like when you make music, you have to like, you're not just one thing, but when you put out music, you put out a body of work or singles that all kind of connect to lead up to that era that you're going to be diving into. And I don't think people realize like for the past 2 years, I've had 2 vibes because, you know, artists are multidimensional, and I have like my punk pop and then I have my synth pop. And I feel like I've always, the synth pop is a little bit more 80s, a little bit more like Robin, like dancing on my own. And then the other folder that I have is like very much what I've kind of been doing, which is like a little bit of the Avril Lavigne, a little bit of like, you know, the live instruments and angst.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I want you to hear my song.
Oh, I would love to.
Yeah, it's about gay heartbreak. I put it out, but I don't want to like be an artist. I would love to just like write for people and like hear people's stories and help, you know, put it into music. But
we should definitely write. I had no idea.
Yes. I want to hear more about your music, what's coming out soon, what is inspiring you.
Yeah, what's inspiring you right now?
How is it working with your partner? Let's get into that.
So for a while, I was working with a bunch of other producers and not her because I had previously worked with my ex and that didn't end well. So I was like, we're not going to do that this time around, even though she is my favorite producer. Like, and I'm not biased. I promise I'm a very honest partner, and her melodies are insane. Like I swear she could write Taylor Swift's music. Like the melodies, I've never heard anything like it. Oh my God, I'm literally tooting her horn. But
yeah, she's going to be obsessed.
There's not many female producers.
I know. And she has a whole look. She's hot. Like I am her biggest cheerleader. I want her to put out more music. She has her own songs, but she does not go crazy with them. I'm like, please, girl. But she's so talented. And I eventually like, I put all the fear away and I said, I just want to write music with her. I would almost hear the music she was working with other people on, and I would get jealous and realized I put handcuffs on myself. Like she didn't say she wasn't going to work with me. I did it to myself, and I understand why, but we've been very intentional about her being my producer and working on music, and we do have a single coming out next month. I'm so excited, guys. Oh
my God.
Yeah, me and my partner, like I told you, she would write music and show me and I'd be like, oh, I love it so much. This was one of those songs she showed me and I wanted to like add to it. I wanted to put my voice on it and I wanted to add to like the lyrics, and I am so excited. I never thought I'd be putting this song out, but it's just a fucking vibe. It's not really pop punk, but it has like live instruments, but it is like, it's, you know, like it is angsty. I feel like I do have, you know, I do struggle with like mental illness, and I do all those like memes like I relate to. Like I'm definitely on like mental illness TikTok. We're finally like really medicated in the right way. Like I've never felt more stable. But
it's a part of being an artist, I think. You don't have to be unwell to make music, but I think we're all slightly just Something's a little off.
No, for real. Like, you know,
maybe I'm speaking for myself.
No, it's true. It's definitely true. Cause I feel like, I do feel like that's when I feel inclined to write. That's when I feel inclined to put out a song. It's when I have something to say, or I either
Feeling
have to have something to
intensity.
say, or I have an emotion to unleash, whether it be through lyrics or performing it. It's like I need to get it the hell out. And I did have a pretty odd summer, but it led me to getting medicated in the right way, and it led to this single, and I'm really excited about it. And
that's amazing.
The song is definitely like fed up energy, but it's also like, it's not, you could listen to it in a good mood. Like, you don't have to be like angry or bitter to like it. It's just kind of like the melody and the tone of it is just like you want to blast it in the car. But the lyrics, if you listen to the lyrics, they do have depth. And I feel like that's kind of the pattern I've been doing lately. Even with my last single, 28 and Dying, like clearly the title's pretty morbid. Like I felt like I was 28 and dying when I wrote it. And it's very like upbeat. Like my music video had choreography. Like it's not
so fun.
Yeah, like it's kind of like anthems that I'm starting to lean in a direction where it's like fed up anthems. Like if you all feel this way, let's like all blast it in the car together and just like feel good about being in this together. It's like,
I love that.
Do you use specific pronouns in your music? Like, will we hear a lot of she, her pronouns in your music, or is that something you kind of keep neutral?
I used to feel pressure to keep it neutral from previous management who wanted me to like appeal to a larger audience, but I didn't feel like it was authentic to me. So anytime, like my first song, Vegas, or my first queer pronoun song was in Vegas. I say baby girl in it, like baby girl to and I. Like I wrote it for her. I wrote it for my girlfriend, and it felt
so like, good.
It felt too good to go back now. Now I just feel like it's just gonna be that way.
Yes,
I love that.
That's so exciting. I love to have or to hear of and discover more queer artists who don't go and get boyfriends.
Same. And there's this whole thing going on right now where, like people are very, we won't go into specifics, but it's all about boys and music, okay? And it's just like, love this artist, but I can't relate. A lot of straight girls do deal with the unfortunate sides of men. So I'm glad that they are being fed with the music that I wish I had when I was dealing with that. But I wish, like, I love Chapel Roan because it's like, I feel seen. I think at the end of the day, it's good that there's a variety of artists that make music for different groups. And I'm so glad that one of the main pop girlies is queer. Like, it feels great.
Yeah. No, I agree. I definitely think there needs to be more queer artists. And just like, I think music is the biggest thing is like you listen to lyrics to relate to them, and like it's so nice when you hear like she's and hers and girlfriend and all that. Like it's just like, because I'm bi, so like I get my like boy side and other people, but like I love having like my girl side. Like when I was going through my breakup, I was like, where's my queer like heartbreak songs? Like I need those,
But also too, it's like unfortunately a lot of the hit songs that like we're listening to at the moment or we're listening to, they're making money off of the queer community and they're not actually queer, and that's
like,
a
whole separate.
Or not
that's
that
a whole. Don't get us on that topic. I'm just like, I can't with these girls that like just go with the fad because like, being into girl is like a thing right now, or like being gay is like so hot right now. Like I'm like, guys, I can't. I'm like,
I think
if you want to do it, do it. But you got to eat puss. I'm like, if you won't, don't be like, oh, I'll kiss a girl. I'm like, shut up.
No,
will you go down on her?
Yeah, no, exactly.
Will you marry her?
Can you fall in love with a girl? That's the question, you know?
Yeah.
But actually, like, to the other side of that coin, like, that definitely rubs me the absolute wrong way when, like, girls just think it's cute and hot to be bi or whatever. But the other side of that coin is this, like, conservative movement happening right now where people were teetering with coming out, and now suddenly it's not deemed as, like, the movement, and now they're, like, all going, like, in this housewife conservative movement, because that's the trend right now. It's like you look at websites and it's like everything looks like it's from the 50s. I mean, like
very
obviously
like cozy,
Yeah.
homemaker.
Home wife.
Like,
Yep. So
it's
we
like,
need to see that in a queer version because
well, you see,
you
like,
can be a
people
homemaker and a wife with
yeah.
also being
yeah.
gay.
Yeah, but like you see like people like, I don't know, just like really, like I feel like the whole conservative like lifestyle is becoming the trend, and it's just odd, I feel like. And I've definitely talked about it
Forever
on
be
my channel.
evolving.
Yeah.
It's like,
Unfortunately,
it's like the political climate's not helping either.
not
And
at all.
yeah, and like don't get me wrong, like I love like playing, like feeding into those like wifey vibes with my girlfriend. Like
course.
they're there, they'll always be there. But I do think like it's kind of a scary time to be gay, especially when like gay marriage is being like, it's like the thing that's probably next, unfortunately, to get ripped away from Americans. And like, it's scary times, and it definitely makes me sad for the community. And I feel like everyone should deserve to get married. Like,
Yeah, of course.
I think everyone should have the chance or opportunity if they want to get married. And like, I think it's sad knowing that some maybe not, but like, if you want to get married, you should be able to. If you don't, you don't have to, you know? I think that's like the thing. I'm like, everything to me, I'm like, it's what you want to do.
Yeah.
It's how you want to live your own life, as long as you're a good person. And that's all.
Nobody should have a say.
Yeah.
But how do you think your music would have impacted you when you were trying to figure everything out for yourself and come out? Like the music you're making now.
oh, I think I would have, like, sometimes I have moments where I'm like, if younger Nikki heard like Vegas and could find out from a psychic that here, this is the song you're going to put out in 4 years, you're going to have a girlfriend and this is what it is, I literally would be like screaming, crying, jumping for joy, because I never thought I would have the courage to do literally any of that. And like, you know, like I was so scared what my parents were going to think. Like my parents are my biggest like music supporters, and I was so scared that they were going to stop supporting me as an artist if I started making it gay, you know, like.
Your sister came out as queer as well, right? And how did your parents take that from going obviously such a conservative to both of you coming out as queer?
I think my sister would be happy about me talking about this, because I do feel like because she's with a man, people try to like erase that she is pansexual. And, you know, I do feel like sometimes, I mean, most of the time that really does suck, because I feel like Gabby, in her relationship with her partner, they swap roles. Sometimes she literally says to me, I really do feel like I'm dating a woman, and she's wearing the pants and she's boyfriend, and like we relate, because even though like anatomically he identifies as a man, he wears dresses and like likes doing glam, and there's no gender in that relationship. So I think it's like hard when she does try to like talk about her sexuality. People are like, you're not. It's like, you know, pan and bi erasure. But I do feel like the pro to her hetero passing relationship is obviously she doesn't deal with the implications that my relationship deals with. And there's been a lot of, you know, in the family acceptance around her relationship, because there's no shame in bringing her and her heteronormative passing relationship around certain environments where me and my girlfriend would never be brought around because of judgment or opinions or perception of how the family looks. And trust me, that's all been addressed. And my parents, listen, like it did not start out good. I will be very honest, but they have come so far. I'm so proud of them. I feel like, unfortunately, the parents of our parents were just so ruthless and so cold.
Yeah.
It was just not good for them. I do feel like they have to make such an effort to unlearn it.
Yeah.
And I do feel like I'm the teacher to my family. Unfortunately, there's a lot more fights. I would say heated, educated arguments, because I don't let certain things fly. Like, I need to make them aware that it's not okay to say this isn't okay. Like teaching them about, you know, my partner, because my partner did undergo top surgery, and there's been a lot of conversations about gender and identity and queerness and the spectrum and you know, their generation was very like stereotypy and putting things in boxes and writing things off. And my parents aren't like crazy like religious people where they're like the Bible doesn't agree. They're actually very open to how people live their lives. But when it's your
like
kid,
that East Coast mindset.
Yeah,
you know?
but when it's your kid, it's a little different. So, like, my parents are very accepting of, like, other people that are queer. But I think in the beginning when I actually was, I think they were like, hold up a second. Like, they started, and then obviously there's fear of the kind of lifestyle I'm going to live. And they're obviously scared that my life's going to be harder than others. And I think they hoped that my life would be easy. And I think they worry, you know? But they've come so far. I'm so proud of them. And I'm proud of the work I've done. Obviously, it's been hard. I don't want to be the person that's disrupting the peace. I do not want to be that person. But I do feel like if I didn't have those conversations, they would be ignorantly treating me different. And that wouldn't have been fair, you know, to me and my relationship.
Did you or your sister come out first? And did your parents handle that differently?
So I definitely came out first. But they definitely did handle it differently because when my sister came out, she was seeing guys. So and again, that sucks for her because I think that obviously like my parents like are probably in their minds not seeing it as valid. But I do feel like I didn't realize the difference in being hetero passing versus non-hetero passing. And I think once I actually brought a girlfriend over, like I think at first I was running around on stage with a pride flag, but my boyfriend was behind me drumming. So I think they were like, cool, that's great. Because they're very inclusive people. But I think when I actually brought home a girlfriend, like that's when they were like, oh, and then here we are 4 years later. Yep, it's not a phase.
No.
Yeah.
I love that. But I know it's hard for you that you have to like kind of like be the one to teach them. But like, I'm sure that's like one so big of you. And it really is like sometimes people just haven't been open or around that kind of world. Like my parents wouldn't understand someone that got top surgery, but until they met them and like understood their life and all that, like, you know, like sometimes they just need to be like, their eyes just need to be open a little bit. Exposed to it, exactly.
And like, not to get into the whole like political thing, but that is part of the issues that these people are in the middle of America and they're not exposed to anything, so they don't know. And then they're being fed all this crap.
I think where it's all coming from is like they genuinely don't know that they're ignorant because when you're in such a bubble, like listen,
like
I was
being in a
raised
toxic
around
relationship.
Yeah, like I was raised around it. Like at some point, I definitely did not have the right train of thoughts. And it's because of what I was around. And
Absolutely.
Like, you are just a product of your environment. So I do feel like the people that are, like, belittling these issues that are happening in the world, I think it's because it genuinely, one, does not affect them. And they can't empathize with anyone that they don't relate to.
Yeah.
And I think that's where it all honestly comes from. And it's like, it would be, I mean, at the end of the day, it would be so great if everybody could just, whether you relate to someone's problems or not, just be an empathetic person. But
absolutely
not, unfortunately, how people are. And we're learning that a lot this year and last year with how things have went, you know.
Well, should we?
Let's go to lighten it up, some fun, sexy.
Hell yeah.
What is your favorite sex toy and sex position?
Girl, Amazon has great toys. Okay? And anytime we lose a charger, we just order a new. We like have her in our cart. Like we just order.
There you go.
Oh, perfect.
My favorite toy is like the rabbit one. It's
yes, I've seen those.
Yeah. I've actually never tried the rabbit one. I know, and they're like everywhere, but I've never tried it. But like everyone, like I feel like that's a classic. I feel like
it really is like, and yeah, me and my partner. I mean, see, I'm an open book. It's like, is she comfortable? I mean, she's dating me, so she knows what she's getting into. We have like matching, like it's the same toy, but in different colors. Mine's purple, hers is pink.
I love it. We love the colors. Yeah. I'm a big color girl. Do you have a favorite position?
Yeah. I had to think about it because we love to like lay next to each other, facing each other. But I feel like I really do love being on top.
Yeah. You're top?
I know people are shocked when I say it.
No, femme top. That's not
we love that.
Yeah, we're very versed, but I do have to say, like, we both, I think she would say the same thing. We both like when I'm on top. But, like, obviously I love when she's on top. But, like, it's definitely a vibe, for sure. It's
we love.
Like, I also feel like having, like, sex toys is definitely, like, the move, especially like being in like a queer relationship. It is just so much fun, and it takes it to the next level. And I feel like whenever we do travel, we got to bring our parts, you know?
Oh my God.
I just brought a bunch of mine back from New York because we're bi-coastal. And I was like, oh my God, I have this giant lug of sex toys. I'm going to just bring them and
oh my God,
see what happens. I don't know.
That is definitely something I've never...
30 vibrators.
No, yeah, it's definitely something I've never experienced dating guys versus being in a queer relationship. Like the anxiety going through security at an airport, like I usually put my like sex toys in like the rolly carry-on. Yeah. And it's like I know that what they're seeing.
I know they know it. I've had it. It's been opened. It's been opened during.
It's a rite of passage. I think.
Security. Yeah. Like if you don't get stopped by security and they don't whip out a fucking strap on or vibrator, like, are you really?
You're not even gay.
Or like also the nail thing, right?
Oh
like, Like, I was getting claws for a hot second because, like, I loved feeling like a baddie with them. But at some point, it was affecting our sex life. So I'm like, we're back, you know.
We do press-ons. I'm a big press-on. But that's actually so funny you said that because right now, I kind of miss having, like, my real claws. Like, I love a press-ons, but they just aren't as durable and, like, sustainable.
They're not.
And I'm really just missing because, like, my hands, I'm just like, I miss them. So, you guys, I might actually get my real acrylics back.
So you know what? That's why
I know, and that's like a big deal because you can't fuck the same, you guys. I'm telling you, fucking with acrylics and your like real nails, you just can't fuck as good. Like I'm not gonna lie to everyone. That's why I was a big press-on girl. But
did you ever like have like nail art on and like actually hurt someone that you were hooking up with on accident?
No. I've also been so scared. I knew a girl that used to fuck with press-ons. I was like, I think that could get lost in there. Like, that scared me so bad. I was like, no, I, like, pop them off before I, like, do anything. I'm like...
It's, like, it definitely, like, sometimes... Well, it happened to me, unfortunately. You know, when you get into it and things are going great, you're not... It's the same way that guys don't pull out. It's, like, when you're getting too into it, you're just like, I got claws, I don't care. And then, like... shit goes wrong, like
100%.
And then you cut her the next day and it hurts to pee.
No, I feel so bad. I definitely on accident did that, and that's when I was like, we're done.
Oh my God.
But then the toys do exist for a reason, so like obviously like I felt like I could get claws because like obviously the toys supplement.
Yeah. Oh, wait. I think we just have to end it on that note. I think that's where we're ending it.
Honestly.
Yeah. I love like sex positivity. Like
I know. We always said people need to talk about sex more, be more open about it. You guys, it's life.
They do
have sex.
Like, every single person is having sex. Why is it so taboo? Like I don't get it.
Literally everyone.
It drives me crazy.
It really makes us mad. But wait, you were such an amazing guest. Thank you
amazing.
so much for coming on. And honestly, like just sharing your story, being so open. Literally, I know people are going to really take away from a lot from this podcast. So thank you.
Yeah, it was so nice to get to know you guys too.
Thank you guys so much for listening. Niki, thank you so much for coming on. And we will see you guys next week. Please like, share, and rate this podcast. Bye, guys.
Bye.